Coming up next, a UFC bantamweight tilt. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fights.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, always exciting when this guy shows up on the fight card, Daniel. He is a true mixed martial artist. Not really any glaring weaknesses, at least, that he's put on film thus far.
He's the new breed of fighter. Those kids that start doing everything at 6 years old. They start wrestling, they start doing jiu-jitsu, they start to box. He's one of those guys that has every one of those skills, and he does them all at an A+ level. He's got tremendous cardio. He is the type of fighter that in a few years will just litter the UFC roster across the board.
And oftentimes his opponents will say he doesn't really do anything special, but he does everything at a plus level, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters, with similar height and some differences in reach. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 16 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Petr Yan! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 35 wins, 10 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Para, Brazil, Iuri Alcantara! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Ready, fight.
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on. These guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this?
Trying to go to the body here, unable to find the target. Moving to his left now. Oh, collar tie. And they separate.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Beautiful body land, right on the elbow.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. All right, so volume uppercuts here on the clinch. That one looked like it really hurt. Better make some adjustments here.
Gotta make some adjustments. You cannot take those shots to the head like that.
Oh, he told you off the top he had the reach advantage, and you saw it right there with that punch. That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful transition. Tags him with the uppercut. Got the single collar tie. Nice punch there by Alcantara. All right, so no surprise. Once again, we find ourselves here in this clinch situation. We'll see who can advance.
Who's going to be the person to dictate the pressure. Who's going to control the engagements from this 50-50 position?
Just over 20 total strikes have landed for Petr Yan. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure.
You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. He's going to attack armbar here. Now he's in no danger of a submission.
How about that? He's like, you go here, my arm's free, and now he's got plenty of room to operate here out of side control. Nicely done. Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slip through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally, probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are going to be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
Round two is upon us. Your thoughts on round one, Jake?
Round one was a very close round. Both guys had their moments, but nobody has really went out ahead in the race as we go into the second round. I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks. He's digging his entire weight into those punches to the body. Yeah,
right there, his opponent's wobble, champ.
He's hurt bad. This dude needs to grab. He needs to wrestle. He has to do something. He cannot take another shot like that.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Now.
When you're in a clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head.
Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Lands again. Straight right. Oh.
Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Oh, nice. He's attacking armbar now.
Oh, he picks him up and slams him down.
Explosive slam to lift him and slam him out of that armbar, go right into side control. Now let's see what he does, right?
Sometimes when you do that, the choke or the submission can get tighter, but he was able to evade it there.
Yes.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
All right, so good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep them. Now he's chasing the triangle.
And this could be trouble here. Looks like it's pretty tight. He's trying to work his head out of harm's way.
It might be over. Oh!
And this might just be a matter of time. Brilliant submission defense there. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submission.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Takedown defense holds up.
Hey, stop.
All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
All right, so another round is now underway. Pretty good action over the previous 10 minutes. Your thoughts on what we might see?
Both of the guys really picking up on the action, putting their foot on the gas, and really starting to drive it home as we approach the end of the fight. And we're still so evenly matched, and the fight has been so close.
On the overhand, now he's hurt.
That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, if you end the night, that one landed right on the spot.
Connects now with the 1-2. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Don't finish this fight.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter and is very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling him possibly.
And that's going to do it. And that'll do it.
What a fight!
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
The official decision is now in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 21 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Petr Yan.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need a ticket to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all your coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.